So other one. So Bible one. How only mainly just been making like jam. Happy that I took 8 peaches. Mate, it's really good. I do your own jam. It's I just um sugar and fresh lemon. Been busy a lot today. To do my morning. Here we are. And when Sam, Samson, Gaza saw a harlot, Gaza come as him all the night, lay host far and all. Has Valley stop scratching Rex in the Lord. Right them, find him to affect him, and we. What did I say, Rex? Will give thee every one of us 1,100 pieces of silver, and Delilah said to Samson, tell me, I pray thee, wherein thy great strength lies, and wherewith thou mightest be bound to afflict thee. And Samson said unto her, if they bind me 7 green withs that were never dried, then shall I be weak as another man. Dublin, book him in. There you go. Right, and she bound him with them. Now there were men lying in wait, abiding with her in chamber, and she said unto him, the Philistines be upon thee, Samson, and he break the withs as a shred of tow is broken when it touches the fire, so his strength not know. I think my dog wants out. I'll be right back. The spaghetti that I made, spaghetti sauce I made today. I cut my self 2 times to get how my hands are. They've been today. I'm ready to try that spaghetti sauce. Yeah, I was cutting, and I was like, why does my fingers sting? Then I looked, and I was bleeding, so I had to like uh put pressure on them and wash them in a sink with everything. And I wrapped them in band-aids, tape, so uh, you won't get juice or anything on the band-aids from the tomatoes. I was gonna put crushed garlic in it, but my fingers were hurting too much, so I just once I put the onions in there and like I diced up the onions pretty small, cooked them in the olive oil, and once they turned to to like a normal color, like a crispy brown, then I put the tomatoes in. I smashed them up in it and like cooked it. Looks pretty good. Then the Lord of the Philistines brought up to her 7 green had not been tried, and she found him. Yeah, I destroyed those um, tomatoes. First, I did was I put them in hot water for like around 15 minutes, like really hot, so I can like skin them pretty easy while the onion was cooking in it. Now there was men lying in a way, abiding with her in the chamber, and she said unto him, Philistines be upon thee, Samson, and he brake the his width as a thread of tow broken when it touches the fire, so his strength was not known. And Delilah said unto Samson, Behold, thou hast mocked me, O wise. Now tell me, I pray thee, wherewith thou mightest be found. And he said unto her, If they bind me fast with new ropes that never were occupied, shall I be and be as another man. Delilah therefore took new ropes and bound him therewith, said unto him, Philistines be upon thee, Samson. And there were liars 8 abiding in the chamber, and he brake them from off arms like a thread. And Delilah said unto Samson, Whereto thou hast mocked me, told me lies, tell me wherewith mightest bound unto her. If thou wavest 7 locks of my head with the web fastened with the pin, and said un, unto him, The Philistines be upon thee, Samson. And he awakened out of his sleep, and went away with the pin of the beam and with the web, and said unto him, How canst thou say, I love thee, but thine heart is not with me? Thou hast mocked me 3 times, and hast not told me wherein thy great strength lieth. And it came to pass, when she pressed him daily with her words, and urged him so that his soul was vexed unto death, that he told her all his heart, and said unto her, There hath not come a razor upon mine head, for I have been Nazarite unto God from my mother's womb. I be shaven, and my strength will go from me, and I shall become weak, be like any other man. And when Delilah saw that he had told her all his heart, she sent and called for the lords of the Philistines, saying, Come up once, for he has shewed me all his heart. And the lords of the Philistines came up unto her, and brought money in their hand. And she made him sleep upon her knees, and she called for a man, and caused him to shave off the 7 locks of his head. And she began to afflict him, and his strength went from him. Said The Philistines be upon thee, Samson. And he awoke out of his sleep and said, I will go out as other times before and shake myself. Wist not that the Lord was departed from him. But the Philistines took him and put out his eyes and brought him down to Gaza and bound him with fetters of brass, and he did grind in the prison house. Howbeit the hair of his head began to grow again after he was taken. And the lords of the Philistines gathered them together to offer a great sacrifice unto Dagon their king, and to rejoice, for they said, Our God has delivered Samson, our enemy, into our hand. And when the people saw him, they praised their God. They said, Our God has delivered into our hands our enemy and destroyer of our country, which slew many of us. It came to pass, when their hearts were merry, that they said, Call for Samson, that he may make us sport. And they called for Samson out of the prison house, and he made them sport, and they set him between the pillars. And Samson said unto the lad that held him by the hand, Suffer me, that I may feel the pillars whereupon the house standeth, that I may lean up. Now the house was full of men and women. All the lords of the Philistines were there, and there were upon the roof about 3,000 men and women that beheld while Samson made sport. Samson called unto the Lord, O Lord God, remember me, I pray thee, I pray thee, only this once, O God, that I may be at once within of the Philistines my two eyes. Samson took hold of the two middle pillars on which the house stood, and on which it would burning up of the one with his right hand and the other with. And Samson said, Let me die with the Philistines. And he bowed himself with all his might. The house fell upon the lords and upon all the people that were therein. Dead which he slew at his death were more than they which slew in life. Then brethren and all the house of his father came down, took him, and brought him up and buried him between Zorah and Eshtaol in the burying place of Anna, his father, and judged Israel 20. Gamer girl, welcome in. How's your day going? That's good. I appreciate that. I like it too. So I'm doing pretty good. Did a lot of stuff today. Uh, made homemade peach jam. Um, made some homemade spaghetti sauce. Yeah, it's pretty good. Chapter 17. Yeah, so how I made it was I use, of course, fresh peaches, sugar, and fresh lemon juice. I don't use if it's like lemon juice from like a plastic bottle or glass bottle, I don't do that. I buy the real lemon and cut it and squeeze it. Chapter 17. And there was a man of Mount Ephraim, whose name was Micah. He said unto his mother, The 1,100 shekels of silver that were taken from thee, which thou cursed, and spokest of also in mine ears, behold, the silver is with me. I took it. His mother said, Blessed be thou of the Lord, my son. And when he had restored the 1100 shekels of silver to his mother, and his mother said, I had wholly dedicated the silver unto the Lord my hand for my son to make a graven image and a molten image that therefore I will restore it unto thee. Yet he restored the money unto his mother. Mother took 200 shekels of silver, gave them to the founder who made the graven image and a molten image, and they were in the house of Micah. And the man Micah had an house of gods and made an ephod and teraphim and consecrated one of his sons came his. In those days there was no king in Israel, but every man did that which was right in his own eyes. And there was a young man out of Bethlehem, Judah, of the family of Judah, who was Levite, and he sojourned there. And the man departed out of the city of Bethlehem to sojourn where he could find a place, and he came to Mount Ephraim, to the house of Micah, as he journeyed. Micah said unto him, Whence comest thou? And he said unto him, I am Levite of Bethlehem, Judah, and I go to sojourn where I may find a place. And Micah said unto him, Dwell with me, and be unto me. Where was I? And I go to sojourn where I may find a place. And Micah said unto him, Dwell with me, and be unto me a father and a priest. I will give thee 10 shekels of silver by the year, and two of a pure, and thy victuals. So the Levite went in, and Levite was content well with the man, and the young man unto him as one of his sons. Micah consecrated Levite, and the young man became his priest, and was in the house of Micah. Said Micah, Now know I that the Lord do me good thing. I have a right to my uh, like in those days there was no king in Israel. In those days the tribe of the Danites sought them an inheritance to dwell in, for unto that day all their inheritance had not fallen unto them among the tribes of Israel. And the children of Dan sent of their family 5 men from their coast, men of value from Zorah and from Estonol, to spy out the land and to search it. And they said unto them, Go search the land. Who when they came to Mount Ephraim, to the house of Micah, they lodged there. When they were by the house of Micah, they knew the voice of the young man, the Levite, and they turned and thither and said unto him, Who brought thee hither? And what makest thou in this place? And what hast thou here? And he said unto them, Thus and thus dealeth Micah with me, and has hired me, and I am his priest. And they said unto him, Ask counsel, we pray thee of God, that we may know whether our way which we go shall be prosperous. And the priest said unto them, Go in peace before the Lord is your way, wherein ye go. Then the 5 men departed and came to Laius, and saw the people that were there, and how they dwelt careless after the manner of the Zionism, quick and secure. There was no magistrate in the land that might put them to shame in anything, and they were far from the Zionism, and had no business with any man. And they came unto their brethren, Zorah and Estonol, and their brethren said unto them, What say ye? And he said, Arise, that we may go up against them, for we had seen the land, and behold, okay, I didn't want to make sure I didn't like flip over a page. It is very good. And are ye still not slothful to go and enter the possession the land? And when ye go, ye shall come unto a people secure into a large land, for God has given it into your hands, a place where there is no want of anything that is in the earth. And there went from thence of the family of the Danites out of Zorah and out of Ishmael 600 men appointed with weapons of war. And they went up and pitched in Kirjath Jearim and Gadash, wherefore they called that place Manes Dan unto this day. Behold, it is behind Kirjath Jearim. And they passed thence unto Mount Ephraim, came unto the house of Micah. They answered the 5 men that went to spy out the country of Laius unto their brethren, Do ye know that there in these houses in Ephod and Teraphim a graven image and a molten image? Now therefore consider what ye have to do. They turned thitherward and came to the house of the young man, the Levite, even unto the house of Micah, and saluted him. And the 600 men appointed with their weapons of war, which were of the children of Dan, stood by the entering of the gate. And the 5 men that went to spy out the land went up and came thither, and took the graven image, and the ephod, and the teraphim, and the molten image. The priest stood in the entering of the gate with the 600 men that were appointed with weapons of war. And these went into Micah's house and fetched the carved image, the ephod, and the ephim, and the molten image, and said, The priest unto them, What do ye? And they said unto him, Hold thy peace, lay thy hand upon thy mouth, and go with us, and be to us a father and a priest. Is it better for thee to be a priest unto the house of one man, or that thou be a priest unto a tribe and a family in Israel? And the priest's heart was glad, and he took the ephod and Parahim in the graven image and went in the midst of the people. So they turned and departed and put the little ones and the cattle in the carriage before them. And when they were a good way from the house of Micah, the men that were in the house near to Micah's house were gathered together and overtook the children of Dan, and they cried unto the children of Dan. They turned their faces, said unto Micah, what aileth thee that thou comest with such a company? And he said, ye have taken away my gods, which I made, and the priests, and ye are gone away. And what have I more? What is this what ye say unto me? What allieth thee? And the children of Dan said unto him, let not thy voice be hard among us, lest anger fellows run upon thee, and thou losest thy life with lives of thy household. And the children of Dan went their way. When Micah saw that they were too strong for him, he turned and went back unto his house. And they took the things which Micah had made, and the priests which he had, and he came unto Bias, unto a people that were at quick and secure, and they smote them with the edge of the sword, and burnt the city with fire. And there was no deliverer, because it was far from Zidon, and they had no business with any man, and it was in the valley that lies by Beth Harab, and they built a city and dwelt therein. And they called the name of the city Dan, after the name of Dan their father, who was born unto Israel. Howbeit the name of the city was Lias at the first. And the children of Dan set up the graven image, and Jonah, then the son of Gershom, the son of Massus, and his sons were priests to the tribe of Dan unto the day of the capacity of the land. And they set them up Micah's graven image, which he made all the time that the house of God was Shiloh. Here. It came to pass in those days, well, chapter 19, when there was no king in Israel, and there was a certain Levite sojourning on the side of Mount Ephraim, who took to him a concubine out of Bethlehem, Judah. And his concubine played the whore against him, and went away from him unto her father's house in Bethlehem, Judah, and was there 4 whole months. And her husband arose and went after her to speak friendly unto her and to bring her back, having his servant with him and a couple of asses. And she brought him into her father's house. And when the father of the damsel saw him, he rejoiced to meet him. And his father-in-law, the damsel father, retained him, and he abode with him 3 days. So they did eat and drink and lodge there. And it came to pass on the 4th day, when they arose early in the morning, they rose up to depart. And the damsel father said unto his son-in-law, comfort thine heart with a morsel of bread, and afterward go your way. And they sat down and did eat and drink, both of them together. For the damsel father had said unto the man, be content, I pray thee, and tarry all night, and let thine heart be merry. And when the man rose up to depart, his father-in-law urged him, therefore he lodged there again. And he arose early in the morning on the 5th day, depart The damsel's father said, Comfort thine heart, I pray thee. They tarried until afternoon. And they did eat both of them. When the man rose up to depart, he and his concubine, and his servant, his father in law, damsel father, said unto him, Behold, now the day draweth toward evening. I pray you tarry all night. Behold, the day groweth to an end. Lodge here, that thine heart may be merry. And tomorrow get you early on your way, that thou mayest go home. But the man would not tarry that night, but he rose up and departed, and came over against Juba, which is Jerusalem, and there were with him 2 asses. Saddled his concubine also was with him. And when they were by Jebus, day was far spent, and the servant said unto his master, Come, I pray thee, let us turn in into the city of Jebusites, lodge in. And his master said unto him, We will not turn aside hither to the city of a stranger that is not of the children of Israel. We will pass over to Gibeah. And he said unto his servant, Come and let us draw near to of these places lodge all night in Gibeah or in Ramah. They passed on and went there. And the sun went down upon them, and they were by Gibeah, which belongeth to Benjamin. And they turned aside thither to go in into lodge at Gibeah. And when he went in, he sat him down in a street of the city, for there was no man that took them out to lodging. Behold, there came in an old man from his work out of the field, even which was also of Mount Ephraim. And he sojourned in Gibeah, but the men of the place were Benjamin. And when he had lifted up his eye, he saw a wayfaring man in the street of the city. And the old man said, Whither goest thou, and whence comest thou? And he said unto him, We are passing from Bethlehem, Judah, toward the side of Mount Ephraim, since I went to Bethlehem, but I am now going to the house of the Lord, and there is no man that receiveth me in the house. Yet there is both straw and provender for our asses, and there is bread and wine also for me, and for thy handmaid, and for the young man which is with thy servant. There is no want of anything. And the old man said, Peace be with thee. Howsoever, let all thy wants to lie upon me, only lodge not in the street. So he brought him into his house, and gave provender unto the asses, and they washed their feet, and did eat and drink. Now, as they were making their hearts merry, behold, the men of the city, certain sons of Belial, set the house around about, and beat at the door, and spoke to the masters of the house. Old man, saying, Bring forth the man that came into thine house, that we may know him. And the man, the master of the house, went out unto them, and said unto them, Nay, my brethren, nay, I pray you, not so wickedly, saying that this man is come into mine house. Do not this folly. Behold, here is my daughter, the maiden, and his concubine. Them I will bring out now, and humble ye to do with what seemeth good unto you. But unto this man do not so vow a thing. But the man would not hearken to him. So the man took his concubine, and brought her forth unto them. And they knew her, and abused her all night unto the morning. And when the day began to spring, they let her go. And came the woman in the dawning of the day, and fell down at the door of the man's house, where her Lord was till it was light. And her Lord rose up in the morning and opened the doors of the house and went out to go his way. And behold, the woman, his concubine, was fallen down at the door of the house, and her hand were upon the threshold. And he said unto her, Up and let us be going. But none answered. Then the man took her up upon an ass, and the man rose up and gat him onto his place. And when he was come into his house, he took a knife and laid hold on his concubine and divided her together with her bones, 12 pieces, sent her into all the coasts of Israel. And it was so that all that saw it said, There was no such deed done nor seen from the day that the children of Israel came up out of the land of Egypt unto this day. Consider it, take advice, and speak your mind. I'll be right back. Chapter 20. And all the children of Israel went out, and the congregation was gathered together as one man from Dan, even to Beersheba, which the land of Gilead, unto the Lord Mizpeh, and the chief of all the people, even of all the tribes of Israel, unto themselves the assembly of the people of God, 400,000 footmen that drew swords. Now the children of Benjamin heard that the children of Israel were gone up to Mizpeh, and said, The children of Israel, tell us, how was this wickedness? And the Levite, the husband of the women that was slain, answered, I came into Gibeah that belongeth to Benjamin, I and my concubine to lodge. The men of Gibeah rose against me and set the house around about upon me by night, and sought to have slain me. And my concubine have they forced that she is dead. And I took my concubine and cut her in pieces, and sent her throughout all the country of the inheritance of Israel, for they have committed lewdness and folly in Israel. Behold, ye are the children of Israel. Give ear to advice and counsel. And all the people rose as one man, saying, We will not any of us go to his tent, neither will we any of us turn into his house. But now this shall be the thing which we will do to Gibeah. We will go up by a lot against it, and we will take 10 men of an hundreds throughout all the tribes of Israel, and 100 of 1,000, 1,000 out of 10,000, to fetch victual for the people, that they may do when they come to Gibeah of Benjamin, according to all the folly that they have wrought in Israel. So all the men of Israel were gathered against the city, knit together as one man. And the tribe of Israel sent men through all the tribe of Benjamin, saying, What wickedness is this, that is done among you. Now therefore deliver us the men, the children of Belial, which are in Gibeah, that we may put them to death and put away evil from Israel. But the children of Benjamin would not hearken. Finger. I don't want to. Battle his concubine also was with him. And when they were by Jebus, the day was far spent, and the servant said unto his master, Come, I pray thee, and let us turn into the city of Jebusites, lodge in it. His master said unto him, We will not turn aside hither into the city of a stranger that is into the city of a stranger that is not of the children of Israel. Oh my God. I was reading that one page. Here's the correct page. The voice of the brethren, the children of Israel. But the children of Benjamin gathered out of the sites unto Gibeah, go out to battle against the children of Israel. And the children of Benjamin were numbered at that time out of the city 26,000 men that drew sword beside the inhabitants of Gibeah, which were numbered 700 chosen men. Among all this people, there were 700 chosen men left-handed. Everyone could sling stones at an hair breadth and not miss. And the men of Israel, beside Benjamin, numbered 400,000 men that drew swords. All they were men of war. The children of Israel arose, went up to the house of God, and asked counsel of God, and said, Which of us shall go up first to the battle against the children of Benjamin? And the Lord said, Judah shall go up first. And the children of Israel rose up in the morning and camped against Gibeah. And the men of Israel went out to battle against Benjamin. The men of Israel put themselves in array to fight against them at Gibeah. And the children of Benjamin came forth out of Gibeah and destroyed down the ground of the Israelites that day 22,000 men. And the people men of Israel encouraged themselves to fit their battle against array, where they put themselves in array the first day. And the children of Israel went up and wept for the Lord unto and asked counsel of the Lord, saying, Shall I go up again to battle against the children of Benjamin, my brother? And the Lord said, Go up against them. And the children of Israel came near against the children of Benjamin. Second day, Benjamin went forth against them out of Gibeah. Second day, and destroyed down to the ground of the children of Israel again 18,000 men. All these drew the sword. Then all the children of Israel and all the people went up and came unto the house of God, and wept and sat there before the Lord, and fast that day until eve, and offered burnt offerings and peace offerings before the Lord. And the children of Israel prepared of the Lord for the ark of the covenant, and God was there and saved. And Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, son of Aaron, stood before it in those days, saying, Shall I yet again go out to battle against the children of Benjamin, my brother, or shall I cease? And the Lord said, Go up for tomorrow, and I will deliver them thine hand. And Israel set liars and walked around about Gibeah. And the children of Israel went up against the children of Benjamin on the third day and put themselves in array again against Gibeah as at other times. And the children of Benjamin went out against the and were drawn away from the city. They began to fight of the people and kill as at other times in the highways which one goeth up to the house of God. and the other to Gibeah, in the field about 30 men of Israel. And the text and the children of Benjamin said, they are smitten down before us, as at the first. But the children of Israel said, let us flee and draw them from the city onto the highways. And all the men of Israel rose up out of their place, put themselves in array at Baltimore, and the liars in wait of Israel came forth out of their place, even out of the meadows of Gibeah. And there came against Gibeah 10,000 chosen men out of all of Israel. That battle was sore, but they knew not that evil was near them. And the Lord smote Benjamin before Israel, and the children of Israel destroyed of the Benjaminites that day 25,100 men. All these, all these drew the sword. So the children of Benjamin saw that they were smitten, for the men of Israel gave place to the Benjaminites. They trusted unto the liars, weight which they had set beside Gibeah. And the liars and weight hasted and rushed upon Gibeah. And the liars and the weight drew themselves along and smote all the cities with the edge of the. Now there was an appointed sign between the men of Israel and the liars and weight, that they should make a great flame with smoke rise up out of the city. And when the men of Israel retired in the battle, Benjamin began to smite and kill all the men of Israel, about 30 persons, for they said, surely they are smitten down before us, as in the first battle. But when the flame began to arise up out of the city with a pillar of smoke, the Benjaminites looked behind them. Behold, the flame of the city ascended up to heaven. And when the men of Israel turned again, the men of Benjamin were amazed, for they saw that evil was come upon them. Therefore they turned their back before the men of Israel onto the way of the wilderness. But the battle overtook them, and them which came out of the city they destroyed in the midst of them. Thus they enclosed the Benjaminites around about and chased them and drove them down with over against Gibeah toward the sunrising. And there fell of Benjamin 18,000 men. All these were men of valor. They turned and fled toward the wilderness onto the rock of Rimmon, and they gleaned of them in the highways. 5,000 men pursued hard after them unto Gibeon, and slew 2,000 men of them, so that all which fell that day of Benjamin were 20, and 5,000 men drew the sword. All these were men of valor. But 600 men turned and fled to the wilderness unto the rock Rimmon, and abode in the rock Rimmon 4 months. And then the men of Israel turned again upon the children of Benjamin, and smote them with the edge of the sword, as well the men of every city, as the beasts and all that came to hand. Also they set on fire all the cities that they came to. Chapter 21. Now the men of Israel had sworn in Mizpeh, saying, there shall not any of us give his daughter unto Benjamin wife. And the people came to the house of God, and abode there till even before God, and lifted up their voice, and wept sore, the O Lord God of Israel. Why is this come to pass in Israel, that there should be today one tribe lacking in Israel? And it came to pass on the morrow that the people rose early and built there an altar and offered burnt offering. And the children of Israel said, who is there among all the tribes of Israel that came not up with the congregation unto the Lord? For they made great oaths concerning him that came not up to the Lord to Mizpeh, saying, he shall surely be put to death. And the children of Israel repented them for Benjamin their brother, and said, there is one tribe cut off from Israel. Say, how shall we do for wives for them that remain, saying, we have sworn by the Lord that we will not give them our daughters wives? And they said, what one is there of the tribe of Israel came not up to Mizpeh to the Lord? And behold, there came none to the camp from Jabesh the assembly. For the people were numbered, and so there were none of the inhabitants of Jabesh Gilead there. The congregation sent thither 12,000 men of the Benathites, Valantis, and commanded them, saying, go and smite the inhabitants of Jabesh Gilead with the edge of the sword, with the women and the children. And this is the thing that ye shall do: ye shall utterly destroy every male and every woman that has lain by man. And they found among the inhabitants of Jabesh Gilead 400 young virgins that had known no man by lying with any male, and they brought them unto the camp to Shiloh, which is in the land of Canaan. The whole congregation sent some to speak to the children of Benjamin that were in the rock rimming, to call peaceably unto them. And Benjamin came again at that time, and they gave them wives. They had saved the life of the women of Jabesh Gilead, and yet so they sufficed them not. And the people repented them for Benjamin, because that the Lord had made a tribe of Israel. Then the elders of the congregation said, how shall we do for wives for them that remain, seeing the women are destroyed out of Benjamin? And they said, there must be inheritance for them that be escaped of Benjamin, that a tribe be not destroyed out of it. Howbeit we may not give them wives of our daughters, for the children of Israel have sworn, saying, cursed be, cursed be he that giveth a wife to Benjamin. Then they said, behold, there is a feast of the Lord in Shiloh, yearly, in a place which is on the north side of Bethel, on the east side of the highway that goeth up from Bethel to Shechem, and on the south of Lebanon. Therefore they commanded the children of Benjamin, saying, go and lie in wait in the vineyard, and see, and behold, if the daughters of Shiloh come out to dance, then come ye out of the vineyard, catch you every man his wife of the daughters of Shiloh, and go to the land of Benjamin. It shall be, when their fathers or their brethren come unto us to complain, that we will say unto them, be favorable unto them for our sakes, because we reserve not to eat man his wife in the war, for ye did not give unto them at this time, that ye should be guilty. And the children of Benjamin did so, and took them wives, according to their number of them that danced, whom they caught, and they went and returned unto their inheritance, and repaired the city, and dwelt in them. And the children of Israel departed since at that time, every man to his tribe and to his family, and they went out from thence, every man to his inheritance. Those days there was no king in Israel. Every man did that which was right in his own eyes. So I'm gonna call it here. It's 58 minutes, of course. I will end my stream in an hour, but we will be doing the book of Ruth. Um, Tomorrow I will be doing Resident Evil 4, 2005 version, doing my third run. Um, then Tuesday I'm doing my Hoi 4 challenge. I got 13 DLCs countries left to go. Then Wednesday I'm doing my Dead Space run. Um, yeah, I'll say that's it. Um, I like to very appreciate every single one of y'all popping in and talking and lurking. Like I always say, it makes me happy when y'all do that all the time. But hope everyone have a great night, and I'll see y'all on next time.
Even when you don't love yourself, Jesus loves me, this I know.